Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to do a whip-in chat because I just feel like I don't have time lately. Haven't been able to watch videos, overwhelmed. I'll tell you more about that, but before I do, there's a few things that I'd like to mention just before I get into this. First is that I'm really surprised and quite overwhelmed that Mrs. Crochet and Coffee has actually added me into her Crafters Anonymous group as a co-host, I suppose. I was actually befuddled. Haven't been befuddled in quite some time when I saw that she had done that, and wow, thank you, Mrs. Coffee. That's amazing. I had mentioned that I didn't want to make a Facebook group because I'm a part of so many of them that I think there's a lot of them, and it's so nice to just be able to make videos, share videos, and then talk to people about the issues that they're having or their experience with things. I love that, but I didn't really want to, create yet another group, if that makes sense. And I'm really at home in her group anyway. I was happy the way it was, but I'm delighted that I can actually, work with her on this group. And yeah, it's super exciting. I do still have a Facebook page, so I apologize if it does offend or hurt anyone's feelings that I do not friend them on Facebook with my personal page. It is just that, it's personal, and I think that, it's just a little level of security for me, and also it means that I can keep my work and my personal life a little bit separate as well, because a lot of the people in my life, like 99.9%, do not even know what diamond painting is, which is a shame, but it's true, and I'm sure that people in your life are like that too. But if you are interested in going and checking out, or getting updated, you can do it either way. If you're a Facebook person, I have a Facebook page. I'll put the link right there in the description. And also I have an Instagram, which is where I upload, when I'm going live or when I'm making a video. And I'll make that announcement usually on Instagram, and then it posts it to Facebook from Instagram. Because I'm not really a Facebook person, yeah, straight up. So anyway, I think that's all of the admin stuff out of the way. I'm not sure if I mentioned it or not. I think I did in the live, but I changed my YouTube name back to my own name. I had a similar situation. I'm just going to get started. I had a similar situation as Gone Off My Meds said she had, where I created this this YouTube channel with my normal email. And so that means if I change the name of my channel, I then change the name that's on my Google account. And so all my contacts will then see me as this other entity. It's still okay. I mean, I don't think that it'll cause any issues, but I do have a lot of older contacts, people that I'm not really in touch with anymore, old employers, etc. And just having it Rachel Ray is enough privacy for me anyway. So I'm going to keep it like that for the foreseeable future, unless something crazy does happen, and then I might have to contact YouTube about it, or Google or something, I don't know. But I don't have aspirations that high, so we shall see. Yeah, man, what a week. So today is Wednesday. Today is going to be one of the busier days at my job. I have swimming lessons and classes and all this stuff today, so just feeling a bit kind of hectic already, and I haven't even started the work day. But I did get a good rest over the weekend. I was able to go to the Biddy's Day Festival with my friend, and we missed the parade. Typical of us, but But it was still really fun regardless. It was nice to get out and go out on the lash, as they say, with one of my best friends. And we never do that, so it was so much fun. And then we stayed up until like 6 in the morning chatting. And I had to work the next day. So that was really, really fun. It was nice to unwind, nice to kind of get off the computer for a little bit. I'm sorry, I had to leave someone's live stream. I think it was Jennifer's diamond paintings and cross stitch wall. I'm not sure. Have you changed your name, Jen? Anyway, I think I was watching her live, and then I kind of had to slip away there because she was at my door. Oh, I apologize if you can hear a low humming. That is actually the heater. So this is another thing that happened last week on Friday. Well, I'd been kind of hounding about getting gas for our heating and cooking for a while. It'd been maybe 2 or 3 weeks of me going, we really need to call in this order, but unfortunately we weren't like financially able to do it for a while. And I was like, we really need to do this now. It's coming up on, you know, the coldest weather of the year, and if we run out of gas, then we have no cooking and no heating. And what happened? So Friday I called the company and I said, you know, it's an emergency. We are below E on our meter and we need it as quick as possible. And they were like, well, that's 3 to 5 business days. So I knew that that wouldn't even get worked until Monday morning, like, you know. And what happened when I finished talking to them, I turn on the stove and there is no flame. There's nothing comes out, no gas, no nothing. So wasn't able to eat Friday afternoon. All of the plans that I'd made for dinner, making dinner on Friday night, gone. Ended up having to order in, which felt good at the time. Now it's Wednesday. I was gone Saturday night, so I didn't have to worry about not eating dinner Saturday night. But we've been eating nothing but pizza or, you know, things that we can either scavenge from the fridge, like cheese and crackers or, you know, what have you. And I just want a normal meal, you know. I don't want to be in a restaurant. I know that sounds horrible, but like I just want to make something. I want to make some food. I love cooking. And I especially love my husband's cooking. And also, it's freezing. As you can tell, I'm wearing a coat indoors. It's not as bad as, like, you know, the States right now with you and your polar vortexes and stuff, but it's still really cold to not have heating. Because you may or may not know, I mean, most of my viewers are American. Have you ever lived in a house with just radiators? If you haven't, basically what it is it's a system where the gas is pumped from the box in the back room, and it goes through a radiator system and it heats the water that's inside the radiators. Then the radiators radiate heat. It's super inefficient. Okay, probably as inefficient as central air, because you're just pumping warm air through the house and it gets cool straight away. So it always has to be on in the winter, you know. It's also very bad for your breathing and stuff. But anyway, that's what I've read. But radiators only come on for a small amount of time and then they shut off. Unless you pump them all the time, and then, you know, that's bad for you as well. So we're constantly in a state of kind of warm, but mostly not warm. But whereas I would normally just wear a house coat and then, you know, in another half hour, this heating's going to kick in for a while. It's going to warm the air up a little bit, and then I can, you know, go about my business and not be frozen. Well, right now it's like under 40 degrees, like 35. It goes below freezing at night now in February, so it's actually really, really cold without the radiators, and they would be focused, like they would be turned on and focused all their power and energy at night. So yeah, missing that, missing the heat, missing the food. Speaking of heat, I'm gonna move my little fan heater so that it's not blowing on my one leg. Trying to get the other leg. Let's see, what else happened this weekend? I posted a video of making the Bridget's cross. I'm really glad that you guys liked seeing that. I was really nervous because, you know, there are so many people online who have made those videos and they sound way more official than I do. But it's something that I really appreciate from Irish culture, and I wanted to share it with my friends. So thank you for your very warm and welcome responses to it. I appreciate it. I will try to find more like that and share it with you as well. That would be really fun. But yeah, I was really happy to see you all comment and tell me how awesome you thought it was. That was kind of neat. Speaking of, she's kind of gone a bit flopsy, like really loose. So I need to tie her off better. And I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. So I'm going to contact my friend and see, because it is just too loose. It should be a lot tighter than that. But that could be because the rushes are drying. So who knows, but I'll have to fix it and then I'll hang it up and show it to you in a later date. So hopefully this summer I'll have a craft room tour to show you, because I want to renovate this room a little bit. I turned this room from a kid's bedroom into an office a few years ago, I want to say, by just taking out the beds, and we gave them to some friends who had like this massive B&B style house. Got rid of the beds, got rid of some of the kind of wonky furniture and stuff, and then I had to paint the walls. They were like bright baby blue and fluorescent yellow. I was like, that is not relaxing at all. So I had to put on 3 coats. And I chose jasmine white for the walls. So it's still a bit warm. Kind of looks like, I don't know how to describe it, like a cottage white. It's really nice. It kind of matches this door, actually. It's kind of a yellowish white, or a warm white maybe is the right term to use. But anyhow, I want to, as you know, I want to change or fix or upgrade this door into my permanent desk. And James, my husband, is saying that he wants to take it out to the shed soon and replace it with the dining room table. Well, I don't think he realizes how much I love this table, even though it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of old and weird and he doesn't get it, but I don't think I'm going to let him take it for now. But after, like, once it gets warm and we can pour the resin outside, then I think I'll let it go outside for like a week or 2. So you may see some videos, maybe in, March or April, where I'm not at this table. I'll be at a different table. Same room, different table. So I also made a video of the Laojiwan Pebble Geisha girl. And I was holding my breath for that one because, you know, I think that Mrs. Coffee's Pebble painting from the same store, I think hers looks really good. But I think maybe there was a commenter, and I'll put the screenshot here. I'm so sorry I can't remember your name off the top of my head. I probably should have written it down. But one of my commenters said that it might be because of the flesh tones that it didn't turn out right because she did one and the skin tones just didn't translate, you know? And I agree. I think that my friend who brought me to the festival, she also said that the kind of dressy bit at the bottom that's supposed to be white and pink, that it looked like a rabbit's foot. And now I can't unsee it. Like, it's over here next to me. And I'll put it up on the screen. And like the bottom left corner, the dress actually looks like a rabbit's foot. So yeah. Now I'm not really sure if I'm going to frame that or not. Because as I told you in the video, the seller, I sent messages to the seller, and I fully appreciate that it is Chinese New Year. People may be on holidays and stuff, but there was no automated message saying, sorry, we're on holidays, give us 2 to 3 business days to return your message or anything like that. Nothing, just radio silence. I sent those messages 4 days ago, and I still haven't gotten a response from them. I don't know if I will get a response, but that's just my experience. I don't want to tell anyone to not buy from them because, you know, maybe you'll find a picture that will look fantastic in crystal rhinestones in pebble form. Like I feel Mrs. Coffee's is actually going to be, and I'm really happy that hers is turning out, trust me, because I did kind of enable her to buy from them. But yeah, not exactly happy with it, to be honest. And definitely not happy that, you know, obviously it's Chinese New Year, like I said, but they don't seem to be very interested in satisfaction of their customers either. So there's that. I mean, saying that there's 30% more diamonds, I really think these online translator things are bonkers. Like they obviously don't, they pick up words like diamonds and then they just send out and, you know, a message that also says diamonds. I was very clear, I thought, but perhaps I should have been more clear. I don't know. So I'm just trying to think. There are other things as well that I'm thinking of. I'm kind of sad that I started in this corner. I always start in the top left, but it's very dark up here. So I apologize to anybody who is like, oh, I want to see, you know, but we'll move on soon. It'll get bright soon. A few other things that I've been obsessed with lately. This is like my weekly vlog or something. I love it. I need it. I have been thinking about cross stitch a lot lately because Jen said that she was going to make a tutorial for us so that we could start, you know, if you have zero knowledge of cross stitch like me, that you'd be able to start. But I think that's a bit daunting. I started watching a few other YouTube videos, like Crafty Lisa has quite a few tutorials, as does Stitcherista. And I started watching them. I got a little confused by Stitcherista's only because I think she was talking to other stitchers, and I am not a stitcher. I'm not even close to being a stitcher. So I think Crafty Lisa did a good job of explaining the jargon. That was her latest video, I think. And it's like, you know, what is 2/1, 1/1, 1/2, and all this. So that's very interesting if you've never done cross stitch. I'll try to remember to link that video below or in the cards somewhere. And I'm just looking at my time. 20 minutes, okay. Hush, you. Luna's been in a bit of a fit in the last few days, and I don't know what's up with her. But it's driving me bananas because she's waking me up at like 8 in the morning barking her head off for no reason. So she must be about to go in season or something, because I've never, well, I have seen her like this before, but it always bugs me. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, cross stitch. So yeah, as you know, I bought this little tiny cross stitch kit when I was over in the States. I think I got it from Hobby Lobby. Cost me $5, but it is super advanced for what it is. And I feel like they should have explained the level of it. Oops, sorry, I keep sliding this around. I feel like they should have explained what level it was. Like if it had said intermediate or advanced, I probably would have put it back down. But anyway, I bought it. And I can't do it. I'm just finding it really, really difficult to even begin. I really think that I need to find someone in my town who also does cross stitch so that I can watch them, or maybe they could help me with the first few stitches or something. Because again, it's the fabric that's throwing me off. Crafty Lisa did explain like 2/1 and all this stuff, but it doesn't actually say. I won't bring it up here because you're here for the diamond painting, but even weave is really, really small holes, so my eyes just go cross-eyed when I try to even think about it. But if you haven't checked out Lisa's channel, please do. She's really cool and she explains things very, very well, and her dog is so cute. So yeah. So what I did, because I'm crazy, I went online to a US company called 123stitch.com, which I've heard mentioned on Stitchereese's channel many times before. And I ordered a cross stitch pattern, which is basically saying welcome friends in Irish. I wanted something that was Irish because, you know, obviously I live here, but also because I feel like I haven't, I don't know how to explain it. I just wanted something that was Irish, and I didn't want it to be kitschy Irish, you know, like leprechauns or something. Not that there's anything wrong if you want to cross stitch some leprechauns, go for it. But I wanted something that was more, you know, Celtic and maybe a little bit more down to earth or something. So I got that one, and I'll try to put a picture in somewhere. But that's on the way, and hopefully it'll be here by next week, and then maybe I'll start it then, or I might wait until around, you know, the end of February or something. To be honest with you, I have a lot going on in my own head at the minute. I think as soon as I finished all those gifts and things, I just found it really tough to diamond paint or continue diamond painting. So I was gonna do the Huacan, as you know, and then that kind of got bunked and moved to next month, if that. Then my rebound piece was Pebble Girl, and as you know, she wasn't the best either. So now I've got like this beautiful canvas, which is perfect. There's nothing wrong with this at all. But I find myself not really wanting to do it. I don't, well, it could be that this room is freezing cold. And you know, I came in here on, what was it, Friday evening. Yeah. I had my live stream. I was in here. I had no heating. I didn't turn the heater on or anything. And I just found it really off-putting not having the heat. So that could be it. I'm going to say that's it. But I haven't really wanted to work on this since. So I've been busy. I started working, I brought in the small black and white rose and I wanted to do that. It's kind of like my on-the-go kit, so I'm doing it when I'm not here. This is my favorite setup, being on the table, but I have brought the black and white rose into the bedroom, or into the living room where the fireplace is, so I can actually work on that at night. I'd love to be cheeky and work on it at work, but honestly, there isn't enough time, and you're getting interrupted all the time as well, because the goal is to actually give it to the hotel, but we shall see. So yeah, that is currently what's on my mind. I'm trying to think. Oh yes, so about cross stitching. I know I keep going into stitching stuff, but honestly, it's been on my mind. Like, I just can't stop thinking about it, because I really want to try it. I want to get the hang of it, and you know, I think that it could be the next thing. But this is how it starts. This is how I know it starts. I am so into one hobby, and then it's like a light switch changes immediately. I'm like, oh, squirrel, and I want to do something else. But I think it's also because I've been doing this for so long now that I really just want to try something new. And I keep seeing all these YouTubers, you lovely people, doing all these new crafts, and I'm like, oh my god, I really want to do a new craft, but I want to do a new old craft. And I think I got a little bit of buyer's guilt, because I want to do a hobby that is more environmentally friendly. Because, like, these will last a long time. They'll stay on the wall and they'll be framed and everything. But all the excess pieces, if you're not saving them, they can become junk and they can really hurt things. And it's something that I'm really aware of. And I don't want to be a part of that problem. So I kept racking my brain there when I was trying to think. I was trying to think about, well, what can I do to lessen the environmental impact of diamond painting? Like, if I were to create a business, like, what could I do? Change the type of resin to be biodegradable? Like, how would this work? But in general, I don't think that it's, I really think that it's actually back to basics with this craft, because the original is cross stitch. You know, that is the OG diamond painting. Now, cross stitching, obviously it takes a lot longer, and I've been watching quite a few floss tubers and listening to them talk about, you know, their works in progress and how they're getting on and what they're up to and these retreats that they're going on and all this kind of stuff. And it's a very well-developed community already. They have quite a lot of knowledge, and it kind of brings in, I hate to say it like this, but it does bring in people who are alike in their kind of, I don't know, personality maybe? It's hard to explain, but it does take a certain kind of person to be a cross stitcher. You have to have infinite patience, basically. And you probably are the kind of person that has like 14 things going on at the same time. Do you know? So I recently watched this one stitcher who has a daughter, and I think I brought this up before, and I'll try to, editing Rachel, put in the little picture of the thing, the card. This woman's daughter showed off a heaven and earth design that she finished after 11 years of working on it. 11. Now, obviously, she was infinitely proud of it and relieved that it was finally finished. But when's the last time that you did something that took you 11 years to finish? Like, would you have the patience for that? I don't think so. Like, I don't even think that I have the patience for it. But she was saying, you know, it's such an unreal feeling, because you look at your stitches and you look at parts of the pattern and you go, oh my God, that's when this happened. Or, you know, I remember making dinner with this person on this night when I did these stitches. And I know that sounds weird, but like, having put in that much time into one piece really truly makes it a piece of art. And I remember when, and I know that this is probably going to upset somebody out there, and I am sorry if you get offended, but when I first saw diamond painting, I thought it looked trashy. I'm going to put it out there. I thought it looked really, really kind of, I don't know, cheap, right? It wasn't until I had started my own and I'd picked out pictures that I wanted and gave it a go and learned what was a good and a bad store, that I allowed myself to feel like it wasn't, you know, cheap or trashy looking or whatever. So again, I apologize if you take that the wrong way. I don't mean that anybody here is cheap or trashy. Let me just rephrase that again, just in case. I don't feel that way with these heaven and earth design people. Like, they're using artwork that was made by an artist. Okay, redundant, but still. They're charting out a picture into cross stitch. And it's not like these little, you know, samplers from the 1760s. That's not my style. I can totally see why it would be some people's style. Just not mine. That's okay. Different, what is it? Strokes for different folks. But I can understand the historical aspect of it and why you would want to, like, I don't know, bring that back to life or something. But anyway, that doesn't matter to me at all. What matters to me is finding something that could replace diamond painting for me as a more environmentally friendly craft, so to speak. I want my cross stitching to be, my first cross stitch to be very easy so that I don't feel overwhelmed, but I don't want it to be kitschy. Like the cross stitch that I saw up in Aldi the other day is classical Mickey, and it's a beginner kit. It was like €2 on sale, and I didn't buy it because it's not my style, and I would hate every second of it. Do you ever feel that way? I need to start with something that I love. That's why I wanted to start with those little hummingbirds. I thought they were super cute, and it matches, you know, my aesthetic. I love reading, so a bookmark would be perfect. One day I will do that, and I will finish it, and I'll be super proud of it. I'm not going to let this, you know, frustration taint the way that I look at it. But I do want to try cross stitch, and I know I'm the kind of person that will go balls deep. Excuse me, but yeah, I do. I go all in when I am ready to start a new craft. And sometimes I get in so far that I don't know where to even begin with the new thing. So I just need your help. I need your help to justify my crazy attitude on this. And if you have any kind of other resources, please let me know down below. I know that we were talking about this on Jen's Live, but I think I need it to be written down somewhere so I can go back and look at it. So if you did mention it before, it would be awesome if you could say it again, you know, just so that I can remember. And I really look forward to doing this. And I know I have been contacted by a lovely, lovely lady who wants to help me kit up a Hayed as a diamond painting. Unfortunately, like I've thought about this for weeks now, and I must message her back. But I don't think that I'm going to be doing any more diamond paintings after the ones that I've purchased. I may change my mind on that. I may do. But I have enough. I have a lot in my stash. I have a few more still on the way from ages ago. And I think, you know, I'm getting the feeling, and I'm getting all the signs that I'm starting to fall out of love, and I don't want to. I don't want to fall out of love with it, but I think it could be a combination of me needing to just take a break from it for a while, because I have been using up all of my free time for a really long time doing this, and maybe it's just time to stretch the horizon, or maybe not go as fast or feel like I'm under pressure to complete so quickly, because obviously, like, before, if this had been for a present for someone, I would have been way further on this, but things have been just a little bit rocky lately, feeling a bit, you know, musha about doing a lot of diamond painting, because I've been trying to spend time with my husband. And it's just not the right time at the moment. I think that 2019 is meant for new things. I don't know when I'm going back to the States. I'm pretty sure it's going to be September. So I will have to complete my Ever moment that I got from my friend, the massive anime one that I unboxed a while ago now. Let's move on to the next color there. V is 3371. 33. There it is. They're all dark colors, guys. Sorry about that. Let me turn off this heater. Whew, I'm getting parched. That's probably better for you. Sorry again. Yeah, so I have to finish that massive painting that I custom ordered from Ever Moment. And that's going to take me a long time to complete. And I know it's going to satisfy that urge to do square diamonds, because I am starting to miss it, actually. I love square. It's an OCD thing, I think. Who was I talking to? Oh, no, it was a comment that Wendy made saying that, you know, rounds satisfy the need to complete something quickly, and squares satisfy the OCD. Something like that. And it's so true. Squares just, they take longer, but they kind of make me feel, it satisfies that perfectionist part of my personality. So yeah, I'm excited to start another square. But I will finish this rose first and see what the owners of the hotel think. I don't know. I don't even know if they'll want it, you know, because again, from some people will look at these and think that they're kind of, I don't want to say trashy, but that they're not as beautiful as we come to see them. Do you know what I mean? And the only one that I have up right now is the Diamond Art Club one, and it's on a hanger. I don't have any more framed in my house or anything like that, so I really would like to, I don't know, figure out a way to make it a little easier for me to cope with, because I just look at all these little, hi, Luna. There's nothing out there. Sorry. Yeah, just to ease my mind about the environment. I just realized I'm like rabbiting on about environmentalism. Guys. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm just hungry, tired, and feeling a bit weird. But I do have some news. So I've just hit 1,000 subscribers. Woo! I can't believe it. Like, it's the one milestone that I think that we all kind of look forward to, because we're like, wow, that's such a big number, and how on earth am I ever going to get there? And then when it happens, you're like, yeah, cool. What's next? And not in a bad way. I just think, you know, maybe even YouTube themselves kind of glorify the 1,000. But anyhow, that just happened, and I promised that I'd have a giveaway. And I do have a giveaway, but it's not as exciting as other YouTubers, I feel. I am putting it in here in this whip-in chat because, again, like you know, if you watch anybody else, I don't want to grab subscribers by announcing a giveaway, because those are the people that I don't want, you know, coming in and wrecking the channel or trashing people or whatever. So I'll put this aside. In this giveaway, I will be giving the winner a diamond painting pen from Richcraft. This was handmade by him. It is a fat thickness. It's somewhat like a big Sharpie. I have a small Sharpie here. This is the size of a fat pen. This is the size of a fat Sharpie, if you get me. It has both ends. It has the 3-tip and the single placer. The 3-tip is usually removable, but on this one it seems to be very tight. So you could probably use pliers and remove it if you want to, but I wouldn't recommend it. I would recommend trying to use it. I will be offering this pen to whoever wins, as well as a handwritten letter from me and a few little goodies from Ireland as well. And I haven't decided exactly what they'll be. They'll probably be catered to you and what you like. So what I would love for you to do is to write in the comment section down below. Do you want to get your snout in there? Really? To win this pen, please comment in the section down below and tell me what is your favorite animal? Luna. My favorite animal is Luna. Sorry, she's trying to be all up in my stuff. Yeah, what's up, girl? Tell me, what's your favorite animal? And if you don't have a favorite animal, like some, then just let me know what's your favorite pet and what kind of animal they are. Okay? Okay, Luna? She's looking out the window. So that's that. This pen and a handwritten letter by me with a few Irish goodies as well. Please let me know if you have any allergies. I'll make sure to ask that again later on. Good girl, Luna. Hi. Oh, your breath is very stinky. So, can you get down, please? She wants my attention, so forgive me. So that's really exciting, and I'm really glad that I'm able to do that. Also in the works, if you didn't know, I will be selling some pens as well, diamond painting pens. I am about to receive them. Okay, you need to sit there. I should receive them in the next week or so. Fingers crossed. They are on a slow boat. But I'll have many different designs available, but I've decided that my my focus is going to be kind of more on the cute side or the anime side, because that's kind of where I come from, and I really like cute things. Some people don't, and that's okay too, but for those of you that really appreciate the adorable, that's what I'm going to strive to make pens of. And before I even put it out there, you know, which ones are for sale, I want to say that for reasons of not wanting to go into competition with my friends, I will not be selling to the United States. I will be shipping to Europe and the surrounding areas. I will be shipping to Australia, but each place will have a different shipping fee that will be based on the weight and the size of the package. And I can put up that chart whenever, you know, I don't know where I'm going to put the story yet even. But I apologize to all of my American friends out there who got excited just then when I announced that, but I don't think that at the moment it would make any sense for me to sell to Americans, because you have such lovely people there selling the pens already, and that it would cost more for you to receive them than I would be willing to pay, or not to pay, but to charge you. And it's not my fee, it's the post office's fee. And based on the size of the package, it just makes it astronomical. So like, for example, we do everything in centimeters here. But this pen, well, this is my pen, sorry. This is going to be the pen that you get, which is bigger than mine. This pen is about just shy of 2 centimeters thick. They told me that any package that is larger than 5 centimeters thick will have to go into bulk shipping and won't fit as a letter. It'll be a parcel. Basically, that would make it like $30 per package. And that's the starting point. That's for like 100 grams worth of weight, you know? So if you were to say, buy, I don't know, 10 pens, then it could cost you $35, $45, $50 and, you know, upwards. And I just don't think that it's fair. Now, Australians will also have a similar issue, but I also noticed that my poor Australian friends, they don't get as much diamond painting stuff as the rest of the world. So I will open up the shipping to them, but I will try to make it as clear as possible why it's expensive to buy the pens, and you are under no absolute obligation whatsoever to buy them. They will be helping me to purchase more craft supplies, whether that be diamond painting or cross stitching, and it'll also help supplement my income personally, which would be really, really nice to have. So, that being said, let's finish the rest of this section, shall we? I do appreciate all of your support. I think without this community, I don't know what I'd be doing right now. Probably under a rock somewhere. But yeah, I've said it before, and I really do appreciate it. And I won't stop saying it either. I really appreciate all of you. I appreciate you watching the video and liking it, subscribing, sharing, showing up to live streams. I think it's pretty cool. I don't want anybody to feel like they're expected to do X, Y, or Z just because they're a subscriber, though. And I know that lately it's just been a bit overwhelming with all the lives, and Mrs. Coffee said in her whip-in chat that I would recommend that you go watch it first just to get the words from her directly, but I don't think that she's going to be live streaming in the middle of the week anymore. I understand completely, because I think that it's just, it can get a little overwhelming, the amount of live streams that are happening. And as a creator, you can feel like you need to be there, you know, to make people happy. Unfortunately, I work a full-time job, and as you know, I've worked crazy hours in the past, and sometimes it does happen, because when you work for hotels, you know, it's just kind of expected. But I will be doing my best to see you all, and if I'm not there, please don't think that, you know, I suddenly don't want to see you or something like that. It's just, life is busy. And I think that anybody that wants to make videos or go live should be able to do so without feeling like they need to follow a schedule, which is like the one that I made. But if you're asking to be a part of the schedule and you want your channel to be added to it, then you need to stick to that schedule. Otherwise, it really isn't fair to others. If something happens and you need to modify the schedule, then you should be doing that. But please don't, you know, I wouldn't recommend begging people to come to your lives. That's not what it's about. I would recommend that any new channels who haven't gone live before, who are asking to be a part of the schedule, if I don't know you, and you're not a subscriber or someone that I've spoken to online before, I would recommend that you go and check out some of the Creator Studio videos that are out there first before starting your own, because there's quite a bit to it. And if I would have done things a little bit differently if I had watched them first. But anyway, I don't want it to be a point of contention either. This isn't a popularity contest or anything like that. It's just common sense and courtesy for all involved. I am not going live this week because of all the chaos that's going on in my personal life. And oops, sorry, I just bumped you. And I just feel like sometimes it's good to turn off for a little while and just watch a movie or, you know, sleep longer. That's always nice too. So, with that said, this is the last 2 diamonds in this section. I'm so glad I was able to finish this with you guys. That really makes me feel good that I got this section done. Oh, wait, there's an AB gem over here, which is the crystal. Let's see what it looks like. Wow, cool. That's really neat. Okay, so that's it, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me today and finishing this section with me. If you don't forget to answer the question down below, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, you better go back. This diamond painting is probably going to take me a little bit longer to complete than other ones that I've done, so I appreciate your patience. Please head over to Instagram or Facebook. They're basically the same thing. And if you want to follow and see progress pictures like this one, or to see when I put out a new video, don't forget to give this video a like on the way out, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye.